All right. Let's talk about good old KK Kathleen Kennedy. She's been on a tear lately um, with the new Acolyte movie. Oh, I'm sorry, the new Acolyte Star Wars Acolyte show on the horizon. She has been making her rounds, saying the same pathetic, ignorant, uh, dodo brained rhetoric that she's been saying for the longest. This is coming from uh, LA Times. Since Lucas head Kathleen Kennedy says women in Star Wars struggle due to male dominated fandom. That's weird. We had three female led Star Wars films. All of them were successful films. Not only that, we had Rogue One, which was also a female dominated lead film of Star Wars, which was also successful. You know what wasn't successful? That Solo movie. Solo wasn't successful at all, right? Um, what else wasn't all that good? Kenobi wasn't good. That's male dominated. Um, what else you got? I don't know. It's a couple. You know what I'm saying? Star Wars just haven't had the best of luck, regardless of whoever's leading the projects, because the stories just haven't been good. That's what I'm gonna say to start this off. So let's get back into the article. It says Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy says there's a gender disparity in Star Wars universe. In an interview with New York Times on Wednesday about the latest installment of the franchise, showrunner Leslie Hanlon's Disney Plus series, The Acolyte, Kennedy said that women tend to struggle due to the space saga's male-dominated fandom. I want to pause right there. I want all creators, all creatives, all heads of an IP. I need you to understand what your IP represents. Who are its fans, right? If you have male dominated fans, you cater to the male dominated fans. If you have female dominated fans, you cater to the female dominated fans. By saying that, I say this: cater to your fans. What do your fans want? You want a successful uh, um, franchise? Listen to your fans. I'm not saying that you can't have a female lead in a male dominated genre. That happens all the time. That happens all the time. If the story is good, action, compelling stories, action, more compelling. Like, it's real simple to succeed in a male dominated genre. It's real simple. To goes on to say, operating within these giant franchises now with social media and the level of expectation is terrifying. She told the publication, I think Leslie has struggled a little bit with it. I think a lot of women who step into Star Wars struggle with this a bit more because of the fan base being so male dominated. They sometimes get attacked in ways that can be quite personal. But why? My thing is, why why listen to the few crazies? Because most it's a lot of fans that have those crazies, right? Don't worry about those crazies. Don't worry about them. Worry about the real fans that's telling you, hey, this is what we want. Most real fans will be respectful with you. We don't care if you're a male director, female director. If you can come in and tell a dope story, tell a dope story. The bad thing that a lot of these creators do is they try to input themselves into the story. And there's not necessarily anything wrong with it if it coincides with the story, if it fits the overall overarching story, the overall lore of said story. Fine, you can insert yourself. You can take some of your life, you know what I'm saying, and put it into the story if it genuinely fits in with the story. But don't put your life propaganda into the story and it has nothing to do, doesn't fit Star Wars, don't fit Marvel comics, don't fit DC comics, don't fit Doom, don't fit whatever franchises, G.I. Joe, you know what I'm saying? Whatever Transformers, Don't do that. Don't do that because the thing doesn't work. The thing. Imagine if you did that with a female dominated fan base. Imagine doing that with Barbie. Imagine doing that with My Little Pony. Imagine doing that with uh another female Sex in the City. Just female franchises, and you mail them up. You know what I'm saying? If they say, "Hey, Blue, I need you to take over the My Little Pony franchise," and I mail it up and I turn it straight into just masculine, just action. You know what I'm saying? And I'm putting that into it. You think that I'm gonna keep the same My Little Pony fans? You think those fans are not gonna have something to say? Hey, Blue, what the hell you doing, man? Why you messing up My Little Pony? Or why you doing this to Barbie? Barbie is now GI Joe. I done turned Barbie into a whole He-Man out here. Imagine that. Imagine doing that. So back to the article, it says women play central roles both behind and in front of the camera in the Acolyte. Its first series in the franchise to be created by a woman and stars Amanda Steinberg, Daphne King, Carrie Ann Moss, and Jodie Turner Smith. Squid Games Lee Jung Jae in his first English speaking role, and Manny Wasito from The Good Place round out the cast. The series, which debuts June 4th, has already come under fire from certain corners of the internet for its increased focus on the inclusion of women and people of color. And I'm gonna say this, y'all, the mainstream media, y'all are worse for this because y'all feed into Kathleen Kennedy. Y'all feed into her ignorant rhetoric. You know what I'm saying? Of females having a hard time. Like I said, we just the last three actual Star Wars films all grossed $1 billion, right? For the most part. Then you had Rogue One, which a lot of people deem as damn near a flawless Star Wars movie. Ahsoka, people love Ahsoka. You know what I'm saying? People love Ahsoka. You can't go listen to the five when you got 100 people and it's five loud people talking about, you know what I'm saying, on the negative tip. You can't listen to them because it's just five negative people. Don't listen to them. And the media, y'all should be ashamed of yourselves of even pushing that rhetoric and backing her up because y'all know at the end of the day, that's not what it is. At the end of the day, Star Wars fans rock with Star Wars fans, or they rock with Star Wars. I mean to say, they really do. They rock with it. But y'all act like Star Wars fans don't rock with it. I don't get that. I don't get that at all. I ain't even turning my banner on. So that's weird to me. I don't know why y'all do that. But says at the time of the publication, the initial March 19th trailer has received about 194,000 likes, 717 dislikes. Top comment refers to a 2023 South Park special that accused Disney and Star Wars of pandering to diverse viewers. The show specifically parodies Kennedy with her cartoon counterpart, offering feedback for Star Wars creators to put a chick in it, make her lame and gay. Now I will say this. That seems to be the case. Seems to be if you're trying to do some type of diversity in Hollywood, you put a girl in it and you make her gay and you make her be able to do any and everything. She has uh, no real hero's journey, right? Because she's just a Mary Sue. She's probably a black lesbian Mary Sue. That's what they do. I'm just speaking factually. That's all I'm doing. Speaking factually. Once you get around that, then you'll be able to tell a good story. But you can't tell a good story if there's really no story to tell because she has no hardship about her. She's gonna go out and win the day. She's not gonna struggle. There's no, you know what I'm saying? What makes me wanna like this heroine? Why did people love Ellen Ripley in Aliens? Why did they love her? Right? Tell me that. Why did they love her? Why do people like Laura Croft in Tomb Raider? One of the greatest game franchises of all time that's female led. Metroid, another female. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't want to hear that about female-led properties not doing good when it's history proves that female-led Terminator, another female-led property. Come on, come on, man. Helen told New York Times that she tried to avoid social media reactions, positive and negative alike. She unequivocally rejects the part to defend them against on-screen diversity. As a fan myself, I know how frustrating some Star Wars storytelling in the past has been. Helen said, "I felt it myself." So she's saying, "I'm getting away from social media and I'm gonna just do what I do," and I'm cool on that. If she's just, if look, I haven't seen Acolyte. It hopefully is good. To me, the previews look good. I don't care who, whether it's female driven, male driven. If it's a good story, if it's on par, and if it does something for me as a Star Wars fan, I'm with it. If it doesn't meet my expectations, then you will hear from me, and it won't be disrespectful. It won't be disrespectful. But if I know that you're pandering, I'm gonna call out the pander. And lately, Hollywood loves to pander. And I just don't know if there's even a real reason to pander. Like why? We don't you don't need to pander. Just make a good story. The people who like it. The people who don't, they don't. Ain't no such thing as a you know what I'm saying? People are oh we're looking for that new audience. Ain't no new audience. Ain't no new audience. Especially on a Star Wars. People who like Star Wars. The women who like Star Wars, they like Star Wars whether it's male dominated or female dominated. Because they like Star Wars. So don't look for no new don't look for a new audience. Uh, she goes on to say, I stand by my empathy for Star Wars fans. She added later, but I want to be clear anyone who engages in bigotry, racism, or hate speech, I don't consider a fan. And I rock with that. If you're a bigot, if you're racist, if you just hating just to hate, you know what I'm saying? You're not really a fan. You're doing the fandom a disservice. You're doing the property a disservice because you're making everybody look bad. You know what I'm saying? Since the pushback against more inclusive storytelling in Star Wars did not begin with the Acolyte, the final movie trilogy released 2015 to 2019 starred women and people of color. A portion of the fandom did not welcome them with open arms. Star Wars actor Kelly Marie Tran left social media following online harassment. Tran was the first woman of color to play a leading Star Wars role. I'm the only cast member who had their own unique experience of that franchise based on their race. John Boyega, who played opposite Tran, told GQ in 2020. Oh, that's what I'm sorry. Um, Meanwhile, Daisy Ridley was also scrutinized for her role in the franchise and avoided online conversation. It's because the movie. Okay, I think it was scrutiny, and it probably was. It's this is America, so racism exists, and you know, what I'm saying the sooner we get back to knowing that racism exists, stuff like this won't be such a big deal. Um, that shouldn't happen. Kelly Tran shouldn't be picked on for her. You know what I'm saying for her race. Ain't nothing she can do about the color of her skin and her race. John Boyega. Salute to John Boyega. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. Even Daisy Ridley should be scrutinized for being female. The story wasn't good with those last three Star Wars. They just wasn't good stories. It really didn't accomplish nothing. You killed off characters. And I just think a lot of people were mad about that. And then they took their anger out or they misdirected their anger to the wrong thing. I think they misdirected their anger towards Kelly Tran, towards John Boyega, towards Daisy Ridley. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not their fault that the script sucked. It's not their fault that the franchise, though that trilogy wasn't all that. It's not their fault, right? It's really not. So I agree with anyone who engages in bigotry, racism, or hate speech will not considered a fan. So all of those people who did that, I don't think they're fans. Now the people who came out and said, you know what I'm saying, Daisy Ridley's character is a Mary Sue and she could just do anything. She just knows the force up and down, left and right. They got a point. Where's the struggle? Where's her actually learning how to do the force? Where's her losing? Did she even lose out throughout that whole trilogy? What did she lose? She didn't lose her arm. Luke lost a whole arm, a whole hand. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So it's things like that. Where is her loss in this? Where's her loss in this? But yeah, Kathleen Kennedy, I don't think she understands To pull it back full circle to her, Kathleen Kennedy, I need you to look at me. I don't think you understand the franchise that you build power over. And that's why you're having issues because you don't even understand the Star Wars franchise. You don't. You don't understand the fandom that you have. You don't get it. These people been down with this franchise since the 70s, right? And you were this, supposedly you was there, right? Right hand to George Lucas or something like that. So how are you missing it? How do you miss that? Since the 70s, they've been down. It's 2024. What's that? 50 years? 50 years? Come on, man. Understand you gotta understand your fan base. You gotta understand your fan base. I really I mean I don't it, see it getting more harder. I mean, if I'm selling something, I gotta understand who I'm selling it to, right? Understand who's buying my product, right? And I want to keep the same people I need repeat customers. I don't want to drive the repeat customers away because then it's already hard to get customers in the first place. Now I'm driving them away to cater to one small sect of people. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. But y'all let me know what y'all think about Kathleen Kennedy and this whole Star Wars issue. You know what I'm saying? Her signaling about female uh and the Star Wars brand being tainted by male dominated fans and stuff like that. Y'all let me know in the comments down below. We're gonna keep things moving.